Okay, let's get this party started. Uh-oh, no. Okay, good. Facebook just did something really weird and wanted to close my video. No, I don't want to close the video. I want to talk to you guys. Happy 4th of July. Those of us here in the States are celebrating Independence Day. Hi, Sandra. I'm excited to see who is here live on 4th of July. Hi, Nicole. Hey, 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 hey. Awesome. Tag a friend who today's topic might support. Today we are talking about freedom. So, America is free, but are you? We're going to get truly down to it today. And some of what I share might trigger some people. It might push some buttons, but that's okay. Let me know in the comments where you are joining from. And if you're watching the replay, please type replay. But if you're live, type in the comments where you're watching from. I want to see who here is a fellow American and celebrating the 4th of July. Woohoo! Okay, so let's get right into it. So the topic is America is free, but are you? But are you? And like I said, today's live might push some buttons, it might trigger some people, and that's good. It's good because part of being free, being your own person truly and authentically, means everyone's not always going to like you or agree with you. And that's okay. And that's okay. So I'm going to tell you what freedom means to me, but I'd love to hear from those of you who are on right now. Type in the comments, what does being free mean to you? Think about yourself, your personal life, your day-to-day life, and what you're doing. Nicole's in Canada, and you just had your Independence Day recently, right? Yep, on the 1st. Awesome. Good to know, good to know. So today we're going to talk about who and what controls your day, who and what controls your dreams, and therefore your life. And then at the end of this, I am going to invite you to join me at an event. This Facebook Live is not about the event, but I'm going to invite you to join me at this event if it's something that you're interested in. If you are someone who wants the freedom of doing what you love, making lots of money doing it, then I will invite you to that at the end of this live. But first, let's get right into it. What does freedom mean to you? So I'm going to share what freedom means to me. Freedom is my #1 value. Right? Have you guys ever done where you've written out your values and what your top 5 values are? People who are in business typically do this for their business, but you can do this for your personal life. And I truly recommend that you do that, because when you know what you value, it's easy to make decisions in life. It's easy to decide what to do, what to spend more time on, what to invest in. And for me, freedom is absolutely #1. And it's the catalyst for why I became an entrepreneur 14 years ago. First person ever in my family. I did not come from a family of entrepreneurs. So that was something completely new. And as some of you who've been following me know, what kind of tipped it for me, even though I always knew, I had an entrepreneurial spirit always, and I always wanted to be my own boss, and I had my own creative ideas about how I wanted to do things. But what tipped it for me is my mother was killed in a car accident suddenly when she was 45 and I was 27. So it was a lightning bolt, right? That basically woke me up and said, okay, is this how I want to live my life? At that time in my life, I did not feel free. I was working a job where I really did not like it. I truly did not like what I was doing. It wasn't a job that was using my best qualities. And honestly, I was in the job for the money, like so many of us are. Like so many of us are. You learn that you go to school, if you go to school, or you get a trade, and then you find a great company that you can stay with until the end, right? This is how I was raised, and some of you on here may have been raised. It's way different now in today's society because things have changed with the generations, but So many of us were raised with that. You get a job that gives you benefits and some vacation time. You're lucky if you get a week, right? And so that's what you look for. If you can relate to me, let me know with likes, with hearts. I want to know that this makes sense to you. And so that's what success meant to me. And so I was in a job, even though I did not like it, and even though I had a really horrible boss, to be honest, who was harassing me, and every time I was ready to leave, I would be offered more money to stay. And I did that for a little bit. And then my mother died, and I realized I am not free. I am working for the paycheck. I am dreading coming to work. I'm not using any of my greatest talents, right? That's not freedom. That's being a slave to what society says that you need to do or should be doing, to what looks good on paper, right? What looks good to the outside world. And so I also thought of my mother, who died with so many of her dreams buried inside of her. She wasn't free. She was also just working to get by, right? And she wasn't pursuing any of her talents. She didn't even make time for her own hobbies. In fact, she dampened a lot of what was her true gifts. She was a writer. She was really creative, and she never allowed herself to pursue those things. So freedom became my number one value. I wanted to be free to work for myself, to be creative with what I wanted to do. I wanted to be free even to make mistakes and fall on my face if I wanted to. That's what true freedom meant to me. I wanted to be free to travel, to be location independent, to make my own hours. I wanted to so that I could decide how much I work, how little I work, what I work on. And I truly wanted creative freedom, to have time to do what I really love. I mean, so many of us who are in these jobs that take up so much time of our day, and I'm not crapping on jobs. Some people have amazing jobs and like they're very happy. I'm just saying, in my specific example, I was in a job that was taking up most of my time and leaving me with no free time to do all of the things that I really love. And time does not stop, right? Life does not wait for you to catch up, right? Time is just passing by, and that couldn't have been more clear to me than that moment when my mother died. And so I wanted more freedom to really to really play to the beat of my own drum. Does that make sense? I felt like I was just doing what everybody else was doing, and it wasn't me. It didn't feel like me. So when I say to you, are you truly free? What is running your day? What is taking up all of your time? And is the things that are taking up your time and running your day, are those things that you actually choose? It doesn't mean that we have to do some things that we don't want to do all the time and that we don't have to work hard, but what is taking up the majority of your day, your week, your month, your life? If it's not things that you choose, and it's not things that really make your heart sing, and it's not things that you're happy to work hard for because it's your true calling, then are you really free? I see so many people with children, school-age children, who truly, to me, do not seem to be living a free life, right? Everything is dictated by their children. And I have kids. This is not, I'm not beating up on kids or saying that we don't need to make our kids a priority. That is the opposite of what I'm saying. But I see so many people trying to keep up with the Joneses, right? They've got their kids in every single sport. They're running them all over the place to this, that, and the other. And everything is about the kids. And I ask directly to friends that I know in these situations, what are you doing for yourself? Do you take time for yourself? What do you like to do? And honestly, a lot of these women answer me, I don't even know anymore, Jessica. I don't even know anymore. That is really sad. That's truly sad. And that's not freedom. That's not freedom. Now, all parents are not living like that. We certainly don't live like that. We have a balance in our family of my husband has things that are a priority for him, to make him truly happy. I have things that are a priority to make me truly happy. The kids have their things, but the kids also know that mom and dad are valued and that we value our time. We value our hobbies and our artistic outlets and we're big into sports and outdoor stuff. And the kids know that we make time for ourselves, that we don't put their extracurricular activities above ours, and we don't put ours above theirs, right? So that to us is what's important. And so for you, you have to ask yourself in your life, are you doing what's important to you? Or are you just going through the motions of the day-to-day life and doing what you think you should be doing, what your friends are doing, what every other parent is doing? What are you hiding? What are you hiding? What are you holding yourself back from actually exploring and showing the world? I see this even on social media. It's like individuality seems to be like gone out the door. I see people post verbatim what other people are posting. It's almost like copy and paste. Everybody's saying the same thing. They're using the same phrases, regurgitating what they hear other people say, regurgitating what they hear in the news. And I'm thinking, does anybody have their own thoughts anymore, right? Everything is also politically correct. So you can't say anything. It's a different day and age that we live in. And I truly believe with all of my heart that a lot of people are not being authentically who they are. They're not doing what they really want to do for work, in their family life, in their own personal life, self-care. Like, people just do not seem to be making their needs and their dreams a priority. And the reason that's a shame is because that's when you can be your best, and that's when you can give the most to others, not just your family, but in your job, in your business, in your career, in whatever you're putting out into the universe. You can be your best when you are truly living an authentic life and you feel truly free. So whatever freedom means to you, make sure that you're making that a priority in your life. Make sure that that's a priority in your life. Otherwise, what is the point? What is the point? So one thing that I want to segue into, like I told you in the beginning of this, is an invitation to those of you who are truly pulled to the entrepreneurial life like I am, because freedom and time freedom and creative freedom and time with my family and all of that is so important to me. And if you're somebody who's just getting started as an entrepreneur, or you haven't gotten started yet, and that's the kind of lifestyle freedom that you want, then I have a special invitation for you. Right here, you'll see the link. You'll see the link. This is for those of you who want the freedom of doing what you love and making lots of money doing it online. So this is for those of you who really want to pursue your dreams and you don't want to give up on your dreams, your freedom. So Shanda, my coach, is the one who hosts this zone event every year. And last year, it was the thing that really launched my online business and had me doing it the right way, because initially I was going to do it a different way, and a way that a lot of people do it, which is backwards. Oh, I don't have my light on, which is backwards and costs you a lot of time and a lot of money mistakes. And so for those of you who want to do it the right way and build an online business and do something similar to what I did in my first 4 months online, going from 0 clients to over 6 figures and quickly growing every single day, then this is the event for you. I'm hosting a VIP private cocktail reception the evening before for those of you who join me on this link here. This is my specific special friends discounted link. You get $800 off the ticket. So This is an amazing, amazing value. It's a 3-day event in Arizona. And if you have any questions about it, just message me, send me a message, ask me questions so that I can let you know specifically how this can support you. Okay, so thank you for joining me. For those of you who joined live, I'm just going to go through and see some things that you wrote. Time freedom, awesome, love that. Hi, Sonia, I missed you. Perfect. Oh, that's great, Nicole. Oh, you said it's freezing. Oh, I hope that my live wasn't freezing. Ah, if it was, I'm so sorry, you guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. And I'm going to go enjoy Independence Day. And I hope you're doing something free and fun today. Thank you for joining me. And if you catch the replay, please let me know in the comments that you're watching the replay and send me a message if you have questions about the event. Okay, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Same time, same place.